This video is about MLMs and the travel industry, and I'm Joni Ogg. MLMs have been around the travel industry since the early 1990s. After the Airline Deregulation Act took full effect in the 1980s, the entire travel distribution system was turned on its head. The organizations that controlled travel agents, the CAB, ATC, and IATA, were all disbanded and were replaced by the ARC, or Airline Reporting Corporation. And while ARC continued on with the appointment of travel agents that were seeking the opportunity to be in the airline ticketing business, non-ticketing leisure agents were simply overlooked by ARC. This created a vacuum that spawned the growth of niche associations like NACOA, OSSN, NACTA, and others. It also created the environment that propelled host agencies to evolve into the large organizations that they are today. And it created the opening for the MLM business model to enter the travel industry. The 1990s in the travel industry were truly a unique period. Orthodox storefront travel agents viewed their home-based counterparts as unprofessional and not real travel agents. And to make matters worse, MLMs, or as they were known as card mills, generated tens of thousands of card-carrying consumers pretending to be travel agents that were clueless, really, about how to sell travel. The first MLM travel companies were nothing but complete scams. One duplicated the industry's IATA travel agent ID card and sold tens of thousands of them. Travel MLMs were opening everywhere and then failing and costing consumers quite a bit of money. It got so bad that in March of 1997, the Federal Trade Commission actually raided a travel MLM company in Irvine, California, and shut them down, seizing all of their books and records. In the ensuing negotiations between the FTC and World Class Travel Network, the defendant, a settlement agreement was reached in May of 1997. And unfortunately, the settlement agreement spelled out exactly how somebody could start a travel MLM legally. This was just the opposite of what our travel industry needed. So what exactly is an MLM, or a multi-level marketing company? Here is how the FTC explains a MLM. MLM companies sell their products or services through person-to-person sales. Now that means you're selling directly to other people, maybe from your home, a customer's home, or online. If you join an MLM program, the company may refer to you as an independent distributor, a participant, or a contractor. Most MLMs say you can make money two ways: by selling the MLM's products yourself to retail customers who are not involved in the MLM, and by recruiting new distributors and earning commissions based on what they buy and their sales to retail customers. Your recruits, the people they recruit, and so on, become your sales network or your downline. If the MLM is not a pyramid scheme, it will pay you based on your sales to retail customers without having to recruit new distributors. Now, most people who join legitimate MLMs make little or no money. Some of them lose money. In some cases, people believe they've joined a legitimate MLM, but it turns out to be an illegal pyramid scheme that steals everything they invest and leaves them deeply in debt. The reality is that the MLM, or direct marketing, as it is also known, is a viable marketing strategy in many areas of commerce. Rather than investing in a salaried sales force, a company can choose to elect an MLM distribution network. The critical elements, though, that must exist in an MLM distribution system are the following. There must be enough profit embedded in the product pricing to make it viable. Ease of sale is mandatory for an MLM to properly work, as most distributors will have a very low knowledge of the actual industry that they're competing in. Fulfillment of the sale should occur instantly, and settlement should also be immediate. Now, categories such as beauty, health, and wellness, and home care products make up the vast majority of MLMs. And these products have every element necessary for a successful MLM. Typically, someone in the MLM will recruit a new MLM distributor who will invest in some inventory to sell to their friends and neighbors. The term multi-level refers to the fact that the revenues from sales and recruitment are generally paid to the various levels of distributors. The person that started the MLM gets a portion, as does the person they recruited on the first level. Both the person that started the MLM, the person on the first level, all make money when someone is recruited on the second level. And so it goes. Everyone makes something when each new distributor is recruited in their downline, or sales are made by people that somehow are related to their upline. This is how MLM salespeople tend to hook new distributors. They claim that there is unlimited income to be made from the people that you recruit into the business. Now, unfortunately, it's estimated that 73% of MLM salespeople either lose money or make absolutely nothing for their efforts. The people that tend to make money from an MLM are the founders and those at the very top. Now, fortunately, reputable MLMs will provide investors with an income disclosure statement that shares details about what income one can expect working through the MLM organization. So if MLMs are viable marketing strategies, what's wrong with an MLM in the travel industry? Now remember the elements that make for a productive MLM, as were stated before. Now let's go through them as they apply to the travel industry. Embedded profit. Travel is an extremely low profit business. This is especially true if the agent is new and unfamiliar with the ins and outs of the travel industry, which virtually all MLM agents are. There is simply not enough yield in the typical travel sale to cover the cost of operating the MLM, which is why most MLMs have ongoing fees attached to their agreements. And ease of sale. Even the most simple sale of, say, an airline ticket, a hotel reservation, or maybe a car rental requires some specific knowledge to make it happen effectively. Selling travel agents requires good amount of operational knowledge. Virtually all MLM travel agents simply do not have, nor will they acquire, sufficient knowledge to effectively market travel. And fulfillment of the sale. Essentially, all successful MLM companies provide their affiliated distributors with inventory that they sell from. Now, when a sale is made, the distributor then fulfills the transaction on the spot to complete the transaction. Travel, though, on the other hand, takes weeks, months, and sometimes a year or more to complete an actual transaction. And during the process, there may be changes and cancellations that will take additional time to complete the transaction and require support of the travel MLM organization to actually complete. And then there's settlement. In the typical MLM, settlement occurs when an existing distributor sells a new distributor who then buys his inventory to start selling. The money earned from the sale of the inventory is then distributed to the upline involved with the distributor. Now, this makes the process of settlement extremely easy. In the travel industry, though, settlement may not occur until months after the completion of the travel, when the supplier of the transaction then pays the commission to the MLM organization. Now, that commission is then tracked down to the affiliated agent and distributed to their upline. Now, this becomes an accounting nightmare and is simply not conducive for a travel MLM. So as you can easily see, it should be obvious that travel MLMs are not really a viable business opportunity based on the sale of travel only. But you have to ask, so why are they still around? Being an MLM, most of the revenue comes from recruiting new members, and that is one of the motivators for people to join. The other motivator is the fabulous travel agent benefits that members can receive. What is the travel MLM pitch? Well, travel MLMs have a great pitch which claims that the MLM travel agent will be able to access valuable travel agent discounts with an MLM ID card. Now, this pitch is effective with people who do not know the travel industry and are relatively naive about travel itself. I mean, really, it might make sense to the uninformed that hotels, resorts, cruise lines, airlines, all-inclusives, theme parks, and other travel venues would want to make travel agents familiar with their products and services so they could offer them to their clients. Well, some MLMs go so far as to say that members will get discounts for simply talking about their experiences online or person to person. Of course, this is nonsense. Now, many MLMs offer their opportunities at formal meetings where others may also be in attendance. In this scenario, there's a ringer in the audience that shares the fabulous discounts that they received during their European trip that they just came back from. We showed the agent at the ticket counter our ID card and we got upgraded to first class. And when we checked into the hotel in London, we showed our ID card and we got upgraded to the honeymoon suite. And they even sent us a bottle of wine and some appetizers. And it goes on and on. Of course, none of this is true, but to the uninformed, it does sound really great. Some MLMs offer travel clubs where the members supposedly get huge discounts by booking the MLM's special rates. Again, the whole idea of the MLM is to recruit as many people as possible. So let's take a look at the reality of travel MLMs and what to expect. As mentioned before, most reputable MLMs will provide you with an income disclosure statement. It details the reality of what people are actually earning. Now, here are the results for several travel MLMs. IntelliTravel, Plan Net Marketing. IntelliTravel has been around for quite a while. It costs $19.95 to join and then $19.95 per month, or roughly $240 a year to be a member. IntelliTravel's compensation plan for the United States is simply incidental to earning money with IntelliTravels. So how much are agents with IntelliTravel earning? And here are some of the numbers from their 2020 disclosure statement. 77.40% of IntelliTravel members earned absolutely no money for the entire year of 2020. 97.68% of IntelliTravel members earned an average of $154.14 in 2020. World Ventures has also been around quite a while and has been in the subject of several investigations over the years. The most recent income disclosure statement ended on June of 2019. And when you research their compensation plan, you're likely to get a little bit of a headache. The entire focus is on recruiting new members. After filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy in December of 2020, they subsequently got an investment to work their way out of bankruptcy. 85.4% of World Venture members made absolutely nothing for the entire year, and currently some World Venture members are suing to recover unpaid commissions. Surge 365 is another recruiting scheme out there with a complex compensation plan that has both current and deferred income streams depending on how many new members are sold. At a cost of $99 per month, after a $495 startup fee, this is not an inexpensive program. 35% of Surge 365 members made absolutely no income for the year of 2020. The average income for all members was $497.13. So these are just samplings of travel MLMs, but there are certainly more out there. Unfortunately, they do not publish income disclosure statements. My advice is for you, if you're thinking about joining an MLM, really put a lot of thought into it and do a lot of research. For a lot less money, you can probably start your own home-based travel business and actually make money rather than throwing it away. And if you are currently involved with an MLM, take a look seriously into moving into your own travel business, selling travel rather than recruiting people. So at this point, you're probably wondering why anyone would spend money on a business that makes absolutely no money, as the vast majority of travel MLMs members do. If you watch the recruitment videos for travel MLMs, you're going to see that the entire focus is on the supposed fabulous travel benefits and discounts that their members will receive. Now, of course, this is all sizzle and very little meat. MLM travel sales are generally sales to self, or normal consumers trying to access either travel agent discounts or commission discounts on their own travel. Now, this is verified by the extremely low sales per MLM member and the fact that the vast majority do not make any income for entire years. Given that major travel suppliers such as Royal Caribbean Cruise Line and others chose not to do business with some MLMs, should pretty much tell the story. Travel suppliers sell their products to consumers at full price, which is why this phenomenon has taken place. They're not eager to discount their products because one of their consumers has joined an MLM. And further, the day is long gone when travel suppliers might offer a discount to someone with a business card that says travel agent on it. The truth is that discounts are offered to travel agents, but they're based solely on productivity and relationships. If obtaining travel benefits is what you're after, you're much better off working with a quality host agency and selling travel within a niche. So let's take away some points from today's tutorial. What are the facts about MLMs? Understand the facts. What components of an MLM make one successful? And what is the travel MLM's primary pitch? And what about the travel perks? Thank you so much for watching this short tutorial, and we hope that you've enjoyed it. Why not give it a like or a share? And if you would like to know when we release future tutorials, why not subscribe to our channel?